Hi everyone, how are you? So right now I'm going to do the weekly guidance, okay? And again, this is for the collective as a whole, okay? I had images up on Facebook that will be attached to, I hope, like a lot of the videos here, but just the images, just to get to grips with those. If you haven't seen those images and you would like to choose an image, okay? The images I chose were a lion, a panda, and a tortoise. Okay, so A was lion, B was panda, and C was tortoise. Okay, if you could close your eyes, take a big deep breath in. What animal is the one that speaks to you? Okay, is it a lion, a panda, or a tortoise? Okay, and as you open your eyes, it will be revealed or which one you were guided to. Okay, so this week again I am using my Colette Baron Reid The Wisdom of Avalon deck, okay, for this reading. So again, I will I'm just going to do like the 3 cards, okay, just because it's easier that way. Okay. Okay, so A was a lion, the cow. Okay, for the cow, it's all about nourishment, abundance, asking and receiving. Okay, right, so with this card, okay, it's all about, nourishing yourself and nourishing your heart and your soul and doing what's best for you. Okay, stop taking into consideration everybody else's emotions and everybody else's feelings and everybody else's yakety yak on things, okay? You need to look after you. What is best for you right at this moment in time? Okay, maybe it's a bit more alone time. Maybe it is getting outside and getting into the fresh air and going for a walk or going to the gym or going for a swim or, just sitting in pure silence. Sitting and actually kind of maybe even zoning out completely and watching a bit of telly, watching a movie, like listening to music, meditating. Music is something that is very, very powerful for a lot of people. So maybe that's what it is. Just sitting and listening to a few songs and either A, crying because of a memory that's popping up, B, laughing because of another memory that's popping up, and C, just being in that moment, in that zone, and allowing that all to, just to be. It's a very people, like even I myself, I'm trying to not overanalyze, but I'm trying to find different words, but it's just be in that present moment, in that present time with whomever or lack of whomever that you want it to be. Stick in a pair of earphones, go for a drive in the car. Car is perfect place for blaring a bit of music and having a little bit of sing-song, but drive carefully. Okay, now again, with this is abundance, okay? A lot of people when they hear abundance, they think of cha-ching and they think of a bit of money, okay? Not necessarily always the case. Yes, for a certain few people, it will be about the abundances of your financial gains, okay? And all your hard work coming around and, it's brilliant. For other people, it's the smaller things and it's the abundance of life and the abundance of energy and the abundance of sometimes just knowing that everything is going to be okay and that it's how it's supposed to be, and that kind of way. It's all these wonderful abundances that people tend to skim over, and get back down to basics, strip it all back and get back down to basics. What are you thankful for? And they are your abundances. They are the things or the people and the places that make everything so much more worthwhile. And that's the be all and the end all of it. Have a bit more self-respect though. Some of you are really this comes back to the nourishment. I think this is a really big case of people putting themselves last. You need to have a bit more self-worth. Okay, have some self-worth and say no. I had a reading recently and I got a message here from Spirit anyway, but it was no is such a small word, but it's the biggest you will ever say. And I think for a lot of people that is very, very true. Learn how to say no. Okay? Asking and receiving. I actually just done that there a second ago with the daily card, and it was about asking. To ask, therefore you receive, okay? And it's that concept of giving and receiving and asking and receiving, okay? It's that kind of infinity sign, ask and receive, it's always going to come back around, that kind of way. That's exactly what I'm getting right now from this. So you may kind of feel like possibly inadequate or a bit of a failure, but something, it will come back around and you will be able to help that other person. Okay, it really will. All right, so that's the cow. Okay, look after yourselves a bit more. All right. Okay, and this was the panda, letting go. Okay, it comes kind of back to the previous card of having a bit of self-worth, and sometimes you have to let things go and allow them just to be gone, and let that, you see the way the water is trickling down, and it's that kind of, it starts off really, really skinny and then it's like a big avalanche. Obviously it's a waterfall, but that's sometimes how letting go is. You start off kind of like clasping at straws perhaps, and trying to keep it all together and keep it all in perhaps, more about past issues and stuff. Sometimes, like, the longer and harder that you try and keep it all together, the worse it becomes. The worse you're making it for yourself. Sometimes it is just a simple case of just letting it go, because there's no point in rehashing out the past. What are you going to gain from it? You're just going to hurt yourself more. So let it go, let it be gone, let it just, don't allow it to have control over you anymore. I think that's the big thing. It's like healing, okay? It's not saying, and it's like healing and forgiveness, sorry. Forgiveness, it's not saying that it never happened and that it was right, but you're not allowing it to control your life anymore. And this is very, very similar to letting go. It is part of the healing process, regardless of what it is. You need to heal fully, you need to let things go. Okay? You need to really make peace with it and let it go. All right? There's an awful lot of you kind of waviness that you're in a really good place, and then something will be said, or you'll hear something and it'll bring you straight back, or maybe not straight back, but it's that kind of like, where I thought I was done with that. It's that kind of question where like, I thought I was done with that. Obviously not, like. And it's not that it's obviously not, because I'm not saying it's a big, huge deal anymore. But sometimes you just need to let shit go. Stop, like, allowing things to make you feel like that anymore. Okay? It's one of those things where, is it worth it anymore? No. Are you over it? Yes. So live your life. Okay? Live your life in peace, love and happiness. Okay? And I know I'm being very, very simple saying that, but for a lot of you, you have been going over and over and round and round and round and round, asked for signs, gotten signs, dissed the signs, binned the signs. I'm actually getting a bit of a headache, so it's tough love time for some of you. Get over it, okay? Let shit go, okay? And I'm really, really sorry because I'm being really, really harsh with a few of you, with a few minorities, okay? But for other people, you're better off dealing with things now. Otherwise, you'll have me replaying this in your head and you'll be kicking yourself, and I'll be saying, let shit go. I'm not saying you don't need to take this time to recover and to heal. You do, okay? But don't harbour it on forever, okay? Time is a great healer, and I know a lot of people, when they're listening to me, they're like, time does nothing. Time is everything. Time allows you to adjust. Time allows you to miss something, or to unmiss it, time is also very, very cruel for others, depending on which side of the scales that you're sitting on. But either way, you still need to heal. You still need to get through this. So then letting go is sometimes the only way. And actually, for some of you, I'm just hearing it now, not hearing it now, but I'm being told what's for you won't pass you. And so for some of you sitting there kind of like, oh, I knew we were together forever, I loved him so much, I loved her so much, yada, yada, yada. Sometimes that'll come back around again. So, like, I mean, in a different time, a different space, perhaps not. That's not the point. The point is for right now, for right this second, and for in this moment in time, and in this time and space, you need to heal. And that's vital. That's vital for your life. Okay? So that's letting go. And finally, this was the tortoise. The tortoise, the queen. I had noticed on Facebook, and I know it sounds bizarre, I knew that not a lot of people would pick the tortoise. It's not very a cuddly animal, but the card is very, very strong for it. So this card is all about women, fertility, feminine power, sexuality, and friendships. Okay, so for those people who did pick tortoise, you need to take back your feminine power. And I've said this actually a few times in readings as of late, where people will say they're going through the emotions of what's happened with the lion and with the panda, okay, and they're coming out with this. You need to take back your power. And it's not about this whole power struggle. It's just the case of stop allowing people to walk all over you. Stop allowing people to treat you like a doormat. Stop allowing others, I don't know, to feel, for you to feel powerless around them. That you should never feel powerless around someone, even if you love them so much that you can't control yourself. You should never feel powerless. You need to take back your power. It's like that beacon of hope. It's like the Hermit card in a tarot deck. You need to hold on to your light, and you need to keep your power. Okay? And I know I'm saying it, even my fist is clenched. It's not about fighting or anything like that. It's about being real to you and staying true to you, not allowing other people to make your decisions and make everything theirs. Okay, so keep you. This is about keeping you and keeping your feminine power and your masculine power as well. Like it works both. Excuse me. It works both ways. Okay, so keep your power, your sexuality as well. For some of you, as the card says, like it is about sexuality and fertility as well. So some of you, I do feel, are struggling with regards to fertility. Look down different avenues. Okay, that's all I can tell you. Look down different avenues and look at different options. And don't diss an option just because X, Y, and Z. Okay? Because regardless of what your option is, that baby will be yours. It's that simple. I know it's an awful lot more difficult and an awful lot harder than just like that. But that's the truth. That's the truth. Okay, so friendships as well. Okay, sometimes when we begin relationships or when we're in relationships, we kind of not put our friendships to one side. It's not like that, not done intentionally anyway. And this is for men and for women. So you need to still hold your friendships, because some of these friends have been with you through thick and thin, and they probably know you better than you know yourself. They probably know you better than the person you're in a relationship with, even if if you're in a long-term relationship. It doesn't matter if you don't see each other. It doesn't matter if you don't talk that often. But make sure you're reconnecting with these people, because they're the people that are on your soul level. You know, sometimes when people float in and they float back out again, regardless of how much time and distance there is, you just like it's like nothing happened. It's like, hey, how are you? What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. And it's just that kind of like, it neatly folds back into place. So keep your friendships. Relationships are really important, platonic and romantic. Okay, this is the thing with a lot of people when they kind of forget, like they immerse themselves into this other time and space. Don't forget everything or everyone, okay? And this is part of keeping your power as well. It's that keeping still you. And this is what I mean by power. It's you and yourself. it's that, okay? It's not about this kind of power struggleness or, you know, anything like that. It's literally about staying true to yourself and holding on to your power, okay? Okay. Well, that's this week's weekly guidance, okay? So we have the lion was the cow, the panda was letting go, and the tortoise was the queen. Be proud of yourselves, okay? And love yourselves more. I keep saying that a lot, actually. Love yourself more. Love yourself. I love you. I love you. Okay? All right. Well, have a great week, everyone. And, yeah, take care. Thanks very much. Chat soon. Bye.